Hi, my name is Eli Mechlovitz. I'm the CEO and founder of TileBar.
Eli, thank you for joining us. I'd love to start by having you share the story behind TileBar, the inspiration as well as your journey.
Sure. So TileBar was created in about 2008. I actually grew up in the tile industry. I was basically born on a tile. My dad was a Russian immigrant who came to the country with nothing and worked his way up. I really recognized that the bar was just set so low and there was no brand identity of tile distributors. There was no policies that were customer friendly. And just really learning from the leaders such as the Tony Shays, from the Zappos to the Amazons to people who were disrupting industries. What was, a massive multi-billion-dollar industry was perfect timing to just kind of come in there and start a company that really focused on the customer, the brand, and the consumer journey. That's what we've just been doing over and over and refining that process over the course of the last 15 years.
Amazing story. Certainly love the immigrant aspect of it and how you grew up in this business. You've truly shaken up this industry. You are the fastest growing tile company and truly a disruptor in your segment. Hats off to everything that you guys are doing. I'd love to hear a little bit about the size of the company. A few short years ago, you guys were much smaller. I think the audience would love to sort of hear about where you were and how quickly you've gotten here in team size.
I would attribute really the growth to not one specific item, but the most important thing we've always said is really the people. The people get you to where you go. So the way I look at our company is we are a bank of inventory. Everything that we sell, we stock ourselves, which is different from a lot of our competitors in different spaces where they're buying a lot through distributors or it's special order that takes weeks or months to get. What's really led us here is hiring incredible people. But you can't just hire incredible people. You have to foster and really build a true culture around them to keep people. In our company, I'm proud to say this, and people are shocked when I say this, but the reality is, on the corporate level, we have never lost a person that was important to the company. So it's just been this model of just bringing on just amazing people and just keep on just letting them grow and build out their team and their division. And people bring people and people bring growth in both revenue and people.
Eli, it's incredible what you've done. Just as CEO and as a leader, organization is growing this rapidly. There is no other player out there in the industry that's doing what you're doing, certainly not at this type of growth rate. What reports, what KPIs do you keep an eye on to run your business? What's important to you?
Our systems are just architected to feed thousands of lines of data for every movement, from color to motif to style, to quantity to volume, segment of where it's selling to truly understand who is our customer. And Material Bank is another place where we really watch and learn the data of what's going on in which state. We have many analysts that work for the company, which a lot of tile companies, they're pretty archaic. They don't have analysts in there just scrubbing data and just making hypotheses and theses and architecting our decisions, everything from inventory to logistics on data.
Thank you for that. Really interested in hearing how you utilize the Material Bank data to feed into the data engine, if you will, that you've built at TileBar to make these types of decisions.
So I think Material Bank would kind of break our data into two major categories to learn. One is the data of the project leads, to say, here are all these project leads. What do we do with them? How we build out our teams? How do we build out our teams based on geographic locations of how many leads that we're getting from these locations and these states, to say we need to build stronger teams in these areas and add more resources to these areas. The other piece that we really look at is, what are people sampling? What colors are they sampling? What materials are they sampling? What are they sampling and we don't get the project for? What are they sampling and we do get the project for? What samples do people want that we should get deeper into? What products are out there that we don't have that we should get into? And that's really leveraging it on a product level.
Very interested in hearing how you would rank Material Bank leads versus some of the other sources.
I'm not afraid to say that Material Bank has become our number one lead source on specifically the A&D channel. I would rank that as our number one lead source in terms of guiding our business to the projects that are out there. And we take those leads really, really seriously. It's a do or die by our reps. If you get a lead, you follow it until you close that deal.
Amazing. Thank you. That's the highest compliment. We really
Yeah.
sincerely appreciate that.
I look at business the same way, that if you want, to sell a lot of tiles, you open that tile store right where everybody is. You go on Material Bank where everybody is, and you make sure that you shine as a company with your product, your customer service, your reps, your policies. You do 1,000 things right, and you're going to succeed. And I've never been afraid to tell people, the secret of how you just succeed. Do what nobody's doing, and that's 1,000 things right. Our reps have getting leads all day long. All the most powerful companies in the country and now the world are already on Material Bank.
I want to touch on sustainability. So Material Bank from day one has had a sustainability commitment. We joined the Climate Pledge, something very few companies do. How important is sustainability in your business? And please understand, I ask this from a perspective where our audience finds this to be one of the most important aspects. We've saved to date over 4 million packages from going out by aggregating orders. We have saved more than 1,500 tons of cardboard, which is nearly 25,000 trees.
Wow, that's incredible. I think that kind of really echoes the needs and the wants on both end, the design community, but also on our end as a distributor, as an importer. But we're also seeing that really follow through on the manufacturing. And if you look at the tile industry, sustainability is something which has been so important to even the factories. They're all, zero waste, recycled materials, recycled content, LEED. There's so many certificates that most of our factories are all, not only adhering to, but also striving to continuously get more and more certificates. How you can succeed as a business and get so many products out there, but yet continuously focus on how do we get so many products from point A to point B and have as little waste as possible and continue doing business. But you don't have to have pollution and garbage and waste and junk.
We're in our 5th year. You joined us right at the start as a founding partner.
5 years, 1 day ago.
That's right. You literally joined us from that very, very beginning. What did you see in us that caused you to go all in from day one? Because I remember day one. It wasn't a half-hearted effort. This was completely, we are doing this and getting your entire organization behind it. What did you see?
So I saw two things when we got that initial, call of an idea from Material Bank. And I think the first piece that I saw was, as an entrepreneur, you have to really recognize a good idea. And I always say a good idea is a solution to a problem. And those are the best ideas. An idea is only worth as much as the execution. And when Farshid kind of approached us, I said, okay, not only do we have a good idea, we have a very smart man and a very smart company who's hiring, at that point, very smart people. A company that's ran by Adam Sandler, a very smart person who has proven to be an executor. And I said, you take those two things together, you have success.
Thank you for taking the time today and the kind words. It's genuinely an amazing partnership that we value and cherish. Anyone who is watching this, click the link in the bio, go to TileBar's products, you'll see them on Material Bank, and we'll speak soon.